and I'd like to welcome you to Economic Heartbeat of Rialto. I'm Mayor Deborah Robertson, and this evening we are going to talk with Mike and Jennifer Trolls of Corky's Restaurants, also known as Over Easy Corporation. So, Mike and Jennifer, welcome.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Nice to see
Thank you guys for coming. You know, we have Corky's here in our community, a 24-hour restaurant that seems to be doing extremely well. Tell us, how long have you been at the facility's been open now?
We opened that facility, what, in December of 2009. So what is that, roughly 4 years?
Going on
4 years now, and
Close to.
business seems to be doing well. It's like I said,
It's going great.
24-hour restaurant, and it's always busy when I'm there, and it's great food. But before we get started in talking about the business, why don't you tell us a little something about your family and also how it's kind of what the Corky's, why is it called Corky's?
Okay. We started in the restaurant business, Jennifer and I. This is my wife, by the way.
Yeah, hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
We started about 15 years ago in just doing breakfast and lunch, and we decided that there was a niche in the marketplace for 24-hour diner establishments. So we opened Corky's Kitchen and Bakery, the first one in Rancho Cucamonga, about 6 years ago. And Rialto is actually our third location, but one of our best performing stores.
Good.
It's just a great market for home style cooking, and Corky was my grandmother. She came out here from Oklahoma back during the Great Depression and was a scratch cook. I learned a lot of things in the kitchen from her. Everything was from scratch. She made gravy from scratch, our biscuits from scratch, and that's kind of our motto at Corky's Kitchen and Bakery.
Really?
Is the home style cooking, and we do all of that at a very reasonable price. This isn't the days of boil in a bag restaurants. There's a lot of those out there, and we're trying to keep it
home
real,
style,
so to speak.
Keep it real, the home style feeling. Well, that's great. And how about you, Jennifer? Do you get into cooking as well, or are you just the management?
Yeah, I'm not so much in the kitchen, but I'm more about just promoting the family environment for Corky's Kitchen and Bakery. I mean, we started our restaurants basically because we felt there was a need for family restaurants, and at the time we had 3 children. We now have 5, but
okay.
you know, we wanted to bring to the local communities that kind of place where it was like going back to grandma's, going back home,
Right.
you know, having a good hearty home style meal at an affordable price and in a family environment where you felt comfortable taking your children. So that's
Absolutely.
kind of where I come in, because I'm the mom of the whole crew. So
Okay, absolutely, and it has definitely have that family feeling when you come in there. But you mentioned you have 5 kids now. You
Yes.
have 3. Would you like to at least tell us who they are? I mean, you know, because
yeah, well, our oldest turns 25 a week from
okay.
today, and that's Amanda, and she's married to Braden and gave us 2 beautiful grandchildren, Lucas and Jacob,
Oh,
ages
okay.
4 and 2. And then we have Darren, who is 23, I think. Yeah, sorry, Darren. And he actually is one of our managers at the Rancho Cucamonga location. He's
Okay.
also married to Claudia, and they have a beautiful daughter, Bridget, and one on the way. So Bridget turns 2 tomorrow.
family's growing.
So
Good.
yes, our family keeps growing, and then we have Daniel, our middle son, is 20, and he is in the Army. He's currently at boot camp in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. So sad for us, but we're so proud of him, you know, to be serving his country. So that's
That's great.
That's really awesome for us. And then we have 7-year-old twins, David and Sarah.
Oh.
So we have the whole gamut.
A great group. Well,
Yeah.
you know, hopefully your son that's in the military will be able to see you on. This will be on YouTube, and
Yeah, there you go.
You'll see mom and dad.
Hopefully he doesn't die of embarrassment, right?
Well, we'll try to make sure that we won't have an embarrassing moment here.
Okay.
But anyway, you know, I know getting into business, it's always, as a business person, you always need a little help along the way. Can you probably share with us how you've had some help along the way, or?
Well, we had a lot of help. A lot of our help came from inspiration, though, and the inspiration was from my grandmother. She believed in living your dream, and we both came from corporate America environments and decided that we wanted to get into business for ourselves. And one of the things we wanted to do was create an environment that we had happy people that worked for us, and creating a culture within our establishments where the employees like to come to work every day. And we didn't have that when we were in the corporate environment. So that's
Not all the time.
not all the time. So that's one of the things that we've really tried to do. And my grandmother was the deciding factor in that aspect of getting our business started. Was kind of live your dream and be successful and really have passion and pride in what you do.
That's great. I mean, and it's really nice that you also honored her by having the name of Corky's. Now, the image, is that a likeness of her as well?
That's a true rendering.
It's a newspaper rendering of an actual photograph of my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
She's unfortunately never got to see the success of the business because she passed away before the establishments were open. But,
Oh, okay. But yes, but it's, I always wonder when I go in there, meaning to ask you, so now I know that.
Yeah, that's Grandma.
That's her.
That's Grandma.
That's Grandma. Everyone knows
Okay.
that's Grandma.
That's great. And so, I mean, it goes without saying that she definitely was a big influence to you and inspiring you to follow the dream and ended up getting the cooking techniques. And because it's some great food, especially what I always like to say, the comfort food that you
Right.
can get when you go up to
right.
Corky's. What do you think's been one of your smartest decisions that you've made in the business?
Well, I got to give Rialto a plug, right? I think the smartest
Oh,
decision
of
was
course.
opening our business in the
I
city
mean,
of Rialto,
you know,
right?
That was not a lead question.
We've.
But you were talking about that particular location and what some of the things you've seen improved, even with the 210 opening
Right.
and the connections.
The 210 corridor is a busy freeway. A lot of people use the 210 to go to Las Vegas, so we're getting a lot of the cross traffic. And now that it goes all the way through, when we opened Corky's, I believe the 210 stopped at Alder Avenue, and it was diverting you off. So now that it's all the way through, we've really seen a lot of business traffic improvement, and we're drawing from other areas as well. And I think a lot of Rialto businesses are seeing that.
I believe earlier we were talking and you said that when they also finally opened the connection that was, I believe it's the northbound 215
Yes.
Right.
over to the westbound 210, that you saw a number of local businesses or local customers coming in from the San Bernardino.
San
north
Bernardino
end.
area and the North Fontana area coming this way. So.
So that's been great. That's fantastic. Well, I know I was there. I was there when the ground was being broken, and there when we
Yeah,
finally
we scooped our
celebrated the
first thing of
completion.
dirt,
and
yeah.
so-
I remember seeing you. I think you were a council member at the time.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I was, and I enjoyed having being a part of the groundbreaking, and of course finally the grand opening activity of that whole the whole complex area.
That
and
was a
of
good
course, it was a good time,
was a good time.
and it's been a really good activity and facility, and the whole complex seems to be constantly on the move and
Yes.
growing. So.
Right.
Yes, and then we really would like to stress again that Corky's is a 24-hour restaurant. So I think people need to know that they can find wonderful dining 24 hours
24
a day, and so
We're open 24 hours a day, and you can eat breakfast 24 hours a day too, which a lot of people like to do.
Yeah,
So
people
it
like
can be
breakfast
3
for
o'clock in the
dinner
morning, you
and-
go have breakfast. So.
Yeah,
And that-
exactly.
Well, we're going to take a small break here, and we're going to tour the facility at
Okay.
Rialto, and perhaps have a chance to see the location of the other facilities in Rancho Cucamonga. Now, that was a wonderful tour of your facility, and especially those pies. Looking at the pies, I happen to have a personal favorite, which is the coconut cream. Now, is there any one of them that was a special of your grandmother or of any of you that you particularly like?
Well, during the spring season, we have a feature pie called the Janberry, and that's one of my personal favorites, and it's like a banana cream pie and a strawberry pie all together, and it's called Janberry after my parents, who are Jan and Barry. And kind of obvious, but that's one of my personal favorites, and we only run it for that 3 months. Yeah,
And
March,
that's
April, May.
March, April, May. So
Yes.
we're into the second month
Yes.
of the jam.
So if you haven't tried our
Janberry,
Janberry, you
I'm
need to
gonna
try our
have to go up
Janberry.
there and get a Janberry pie.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, here in Rialto, we pride ourselves on definitely trying to be business friendly, and I hope we have business friendly to you as best we can. But what has been some of the biggest advantages of doing business with us in Rialto?
I think one of the biggest advantages is just the culture in the city of Rialto being pro-business. A perfect example is when we, before we even opened our store back in December of 2009,
We were under construction.
there was a Taste of Rialto.
Yes.
And they invited us to be part of the Taste of Rialto before we even had the store open to kind of get our name out there. And I thought that was great on the city's part to include us in that. And it gave us kind of a jump start
Yes.
in the city before we even got the doors open.
Right. Because I remember you also provided a nice little, I think it was some type of a coupon so that
Right.
people could come and actually come up. And that was nice. And you were providing, I remember, the meatloaf.
Yeah,
I
the
believe.
first year we
Right.
did our
Yeah,
meatloaf.
your
yeah.
meatloaf, get out there, and boy, that is
And
definitely
we actually
along
won
the,
quite a few awards too,
Yes,
so we
you
were
did.
excited about it.
We have lots
you
of glass
won the awards
trophies.
before you even opened the
Right.
store here in Rialto. So that's great. You know, that has been fantastic.
And that's just one example of many types of things that the city has done
And the
for
city
us.
of Rialto tends to really do community as a whole. Like you're out there not just doing business, but you're doing community. And I like that you combine the residents with the business, and you host events on a regular basis, like your Halloween hijinks. I mean, what an awesome event! And we participate in that every year. We do the pie throwing contest. And it's
great.
just a blast.
Yes.
But just
Isn't it
just
amazing?
being part of that community, I think that sets you apart from a lot of local cities because they don't think to combine the two, and it really helps.
Well, thank you for pointing that out because, you know, we're very much a family-oriented community, kind of oriented community with the Halloween hijinks, the family festival, National Night Out. And one of our biggest items that I hope that you've come down and, you know, I know that you buy in bulk, but, you know, we have the certified farmers market that
yep.
we hold every Wednesday from 10 to 2. And that's part of our Healthy Rialto program. So somehow maybe we can get together and figure out if we could figure out how to feature a nice Healthy Rialto entree.
I would love to be a
everything
part
on
of
the
that.
Yeah, that
don't
would
don't
be-
get me wrong, everything on the menu is healthy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Healthy, calorie free, you name it.
Comfort free, you know, comfort free. So, but you know, so that's, you know, I really do appreciate that you guys have been a part of our community and have definitely stepped out and not just been a business that we come to, but actually come out and be involved with our community. But, you know, I would like to also know what have been some of the biggest challenges for you, not so much in Rialto, but the business community. I've interviewed some of our other businesses, and of course they do tend to talk about the regulations and certain other activities statewide. Do you have that same? Jennifer's eyes go over. Let's see. I don't know. Do we have another 20, 30 more minutes? No.
with every business, and I mean, you could probably develop a pretty nice list. We try to focus on the positives more so than the challenges, but it's
That's
the
good.
challenges that keep you going. And I mean, we love to be creative and find solutions and to better our company and to better our work environment for our employees and to better the dining experience for the customer. And every time you try to make something better, you face challenges. And
yes.
we actually thrive on that. And we try to take that and turn it into positive energy to move forward. So, I mean, yeah, there's lots of things with business that are challenging, and you know, everyone's kind of got their hand in the pocket. But you know, if you have a good product and you care about your service, I think it all just kind of flows the way
It
it's
just
supposed
continues
to.
to flow positively. That's
Yeah.
good. That's really good
I
to know.
concur.
Thank you.
He concurs. So, and part of being in business and staying in business is also, we'll say mentoring, modeling the way. And I've been asking the business community for young people who are trying to, begin to get their careers going and decide what profession they should get into. Besides, it could be the restaurant business, it could be a number of things. But what would you know? And having 5 children, what would you say to them in order to, as they want to pursue their professional career? What's your thoughts about it?
Well, I've used my grandmother's name quite a few times, but I'm going back to Corky, and she always instilled, live your dream. Life's too short not to do that. Enjoy
Right.
what you do and have passion in what you do. And if you abide by that, you'll be successful in whatever it is that you tackle.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
That
time
a-
is valuable, so use it wisely. Don't waste time doing something that makes you unhappy when you could be spending that time doing something that makes you happy.
Absolutely.
So-
And we love the restaurant business.
And you love
We
the
really do.
restaurant. Well, it's clearly it's easy to see that because you guys, every time I see you, you're very upbeat. I come over to
Even with
Rialto.
5 kids.
Yeah, even with 5 kids, you don't get a lot of sleep, but no, and always accommodating. Because I recall one time when I was working in Los Angeles, I made arrangements to actually pick up fresh baked cookies to take with me from your rancho housing
Oh, okay.
area. So it's wonderful how you guys tend to go do the extra mile and go out of the way to really help make the residents and myself make life a little easier for us.
Good.
Is there a special or is there anything that's your signature dish? By the way, I forgot to mention or ask about that.
Well, we on dinners we have our prime rib specials that we do every Friday night.
Oh,
We bake those, slow cook the prime ribs every Friday. We give you 10 to 12 ounces. It says 8 to 10 ounces, but we're actually giving you 12 to 10 ounces. It's a great piece of cut of prime rib, and
Friday night, huh?
every
Right,
Friday.
every Friday night.
Oh,
And it's become very popular. The other thing that is one of my personal favorites is we hand bread and fry our chicken from scratch. So unfortunately, it takes about 12 to 15 minutes for us to cook it, but it's delicious
Yeah,
and it's really
not
really.
a frozen product.
It's not a frozen product. It's really really good. Those are some of my 2 personal favorites. I'm a comfort food and a southern food boy myself, so just for what it's worth.
yeah. I know we order here at the council on our council nights, and I think one of our favorites around here, I know for myself and one of my other colleagues, is definitely the turkey.
Turkey
Oh,
and
the
stuffing.
turkey dinner, yes.
Yes.
And those are made fresh every day as well.
I know, but
We
Real
make our
turkey,
turkeys fresh.
it's not processed.
Downside is you shouldn't eat turkey and then try to hold a council meeting.
It puts you to sleep.
Yeah, it's too much in the way of comfort food, But anyway, it's been such a pleasure having you guys here to talk with us and highlight your business, because one of the things here is that I really want to do make sure the business community know that we appreciate you, we value you and your business, and you are part of our economic heartbeat of Rialto. Our community is our heartbeat as well, but your business helps to keep us going and sustain us, and so we are very appreciative that you chose Rialto.
Well, thank you, Mayor Robertson. We
Thank you.
appreciate you
We're
inviting
happy
us
to
down
be
here.
here.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Jennifer. And I don't think your son is going to say, "Oh my gosh, they so embarrassed me that I don't know who they are." But again, I want to take the time to say that I've had the pleasure of interviewing and talking with Jennifer and Mike Tolles of Corky's. They're located up on Riverside, just north of the 210 freeway. And I hope that you will take the time to go out and visit and enjoy their food. And this will conclude tonight's show of Economic Heartbeat in Rialto. I hope to see you back on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Rialto Network. I look forward to seeing you there.